But you're required to keep your seat. When you stand, the first person to catch the speaker's eye is the person who would be acknowledged. And then you turn on your mic. Once you do that, you will actually have no challenges. For those who are watching us in television land, our parliament seems very disruptive and disorderly because they do not appreciate what is happening with you over there in respect of how you handle the mic. And so members, if you follow the rules of the parliament, you have no challenges at all. Respectfully, if you follow the rules. And so members who complain that they don't want to be having to raise their hands, it is the reason why we reverted to the exact wording of the standing order, which is that you stand. And so myself and Deputy Speaker will actually be abiding by exactly that. Yeah, so I'm having fun with the member who is waving. Thank you, Deputy Speaker. So the member from St. James South, you're acknowledged. Please turn your mic on. Thank you very much, member.
But his mic is on. All right. Thank you, Madam Speaker. He's standing. He's that short.
I'm sure
he is standing.
His seat over there.
Minister. Okay. Minister, are you aware that the clinic at Roehampton is flat? The one at Catadupa, Maroontown, Garlands, Welcome Hall, Cambridge, those are perhaps 40 to 50% destroyed. I heard you speak earlier about bringing some tarpaulin to some of those. I don't think tarpaulin can help with the damage that they've sustained. I don't know if you've received the reports yet. We urgently need a field clinic in at least 2 parts of the constituency, given the wide geographic spread of South St. James. It takes up half of St. James. You may need to put one on the Maroontown, Garlands, Niagara side and another over by Cambridge. I heard you report earlier that you sent a mobile clinic into Cambridge and Maroontown. It's the first news to me. In fact, I had Mama's Mission and Dr. Dawes on Sunday operating a mobile clinic in Maroontown, and they saw over 100 people. So I'm surprised to hear that that mobile clinic was there a day or 2 before and so many people hadn't seen it. So I'm asking, Minister, if when the decisions are taken about sending in relief, whether it is medical or food or whatever, if the political representatives, the people's representatives, can be so informed so they can further inform the people.
Good question.
And more importantly, I've been trying to get my mother's medication, she's hypertensive, in Montego Bay, and most of the pharmacies, as you know, are still closed because they have no water, they have no electricity. I've become a drug distributor, yes. A drug distributor. Every week,
I think you are all fully aware, you know. I think
Yes.
you're all fully aware.
Yes. Obviously, it's legal drugs. I am the queen of the South, but I am the queen of the South, but minister, I am the queen of the South, but minister. Minister, every week that I come into Kingston, I'm taking back bag loads of prescription for the constituents. So I'm asking Minister, if you can help us through the NHF to get a mobile pharmacy going around the constituency to relieve me of the burden. Thank you.
Member from St. Catherine Northwest. And members, number 1, the member from St. and South East a while ago, also embellished instead of asking questions. finally came to the questions, and generally members, the standing order requires, if someone has asked a question before, you do not repeat the question.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Minister, I think that was really a substantial presentation. I know it must be tough, and it's a good start. I'm looking forward to much more as the months progress. But I want to ask about allocation and equity. Given South St. James' key role in agriculture, as you would know from Moko, I'm assuming, or is it safe for us to assume in South St. James that we would be on the higher end of the spectrum of the announcements you've made for allocations with respect to water, with respect to all the inputs that you will be, that you have? He did say water. You are not, he did. With respect to farm roads, Minister, we had long-standing farm roads issue. I was in Moko night before last night, and they were showing me the minor roads that take you from Katadupa through Lapland into Moko, and that road can't pass. So they're taking the baskets on their heads to get out what they have left in the fields. I want to know, how will you be working with the NAA to ensure that the main roads, which are also in really horrible conditions, will also be able to take the load from the market? Because where food insecurity is concerned, South St. James has a key role to play in that, and we want to contribute, but we need our farm roads in Maroon Town, in Garlands, in Roehampton, in Sweetwater, in Moko to be prioritized. We're asking to be that model for farming development. We have the know-how, we have the farmers, we have the products, we have all of that, so we're asking you to use us as the guinea pigs. With respect to seeds and inputs, Minister, I want to know if that is limited to just seeds, or we can expect some yamed. Can we expect some pineapple sucker, some banana sucker, some plantain sucker, and not just the seedlings? Because we have become very proficient in South St. James at pineapple farming. We're also proficient with respect to plantain and bananas, and our yams rival Trelawney. We want to know that you're not limiting it to seedlings, but of course the good old fertilizer to seeds, the good old fertilizer, we need to know how you're going to be getting that to us. I was in conversation with the people in Niagara and Garlands on Sunday night, and I told them that we have to get up now and go back to farming, and we have to lead the way, and they say they are prepared. So I'm asking you to come, give us the seedlings, but also we need the fertilizer so we can shoot up and get through the spring quickly. With respect to livestock support, I won't speak to that. We lost I don't know if we're included in the million that you assessed, but you know South St. James is livestock country.
It is very obvious that it
Minister,
doesn't matter
we're asking
what the rules of the parliament are. You are not going to ask questions.
You heard questions, Minister?
You need to ask questions instead of make another presentation.
You heard questions?
Yes. Along with presentation.
Can we get
So
yam head? Question mark at the end.
No.
All right. Here's another.
If you are going to ask questions, you cannot make presentation, then you ask a question. Make another presentation, then you ask a question. Make another presentation, then you ask a question.
Asking questions.
How many words are in a question? I don't know. Am I limited by words? All right. Will the minister?
She's asking open-ended questions. She's not asking closed-ended questions. Right? She's not leading.
Minister, are you aware that the bananas and the plantains that we lost in South St. James, do you know, Minister, that there are pesticides and bugs that we are not used to that we're now seeing in the field? But Minister, do you know if you will be able to provide some pesticides to us to help us to fight these things? And Minister, are you aware that if these inputs are not provided now, we will not have banana and plantains in Montego Bay and Charles Garden Market by spring. So, Minister, I'm asking this question of you. Could you please prioritize South St. James, use us as the model for farming, redevelopment and recovery after Hurricane Melissa? Question mark closes that.
Turn your mic on, please. Member from St. Catherine. Turn your mic on. Thank you. You may proceed.